the arena, and it's pretty well synced up to the timer on the device itself, on the tablet. Can't complain about that. Test 4:35 until puck drop. .426 until puck drop. Test 1-2. Testing 4:10 until puck drop. Test 1-2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's ACHA D1 broadcast between the visiting Indiana Tech Warriors and your Calvin University Knights. I'm Scott Cooper, and it didn't go exactly as the Knights would have hoped. Last night, I should say. Knights ranked number 8 in the nation, facing off with the number 9 Indiana Tech Warriors. Ceded the first goal and ended up losing 5-2, although they did lead 2-1 at one point in the first period. That team defense was able to remain pretty staunch throughout the broadcast last night on the Indiana Tech side, and it's that sort of synergy that the Knights are hoping to capture as they continue their initial stay in and amongst the elite of the ACHA Division I. Don't have a lot of experience playing at this level in the way that the Indiana Tech Warriors do, but they now have a taste, and they're going to be out for revenge here from Eagles Ice Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's the Knights and the Warriors coming up right after these starting lineups from our friend Ryan Bowner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eagles Ice Center for this afternoon's matchup between the visiting Indiana Tech Warriors and your Calvin Knights. Here are this afternoon's lineups. First for the visitors. Starting at left defense, number 2, Axel Lowe. At right defense, number 4, Alex Potter. At left wing, number 13, Luke Anderson. At center, number 39, Kent Savant. At right wing, number 77, Maddie Krasny. Starting at goal for the Warriors, number 30, Kai Barnwell. And now for your Calvin Knights. Starting at left defense from Stratford, Ontario, number 44, Owen Huger. Starting at right defense from Livonia, Michigan, number 3, Justin Davis. Starting at left wing from Surrey, British Columbia, number 96, Jacob Seavey. Starting at center from Alpena, Michigan, number 27, Kyle Van Duzen. And starting at right wing from Krasnochitz-Zdroje, Poland, number 11, Krzysztof Petrillia. Starting at goal for your Knights, number 32, from Sarver, Pennsylvania, Grant Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as we play the national anthem for the United States and Canada.
Not exactly the outcome that the Calvin Knights would have wanted last night. But it's round 2 coming up. Potential for revenge. Number 8 Knights, number 9 Warriors coming to you in just a minute. Very interesting that on the Warriors side of the ice, Ty Barnhill, after a solid start last night, making some great saves all throughout, is going to get the start again. But on the Calvin end, it's going to be the fellow freshman Greg Smith, a Pennsylvania native, going to tend the goal for the Knights. Hopefully he's going to be up to the task with a .927 save percentage on the season so far for number 32 in goal. We're rocking the Golden Season sweaters as the Golden Season continues. It's the Warriors and the Knights, starting off with the Warriors getting the puck and launching it right at the Calvin defense. Unable to establish a forecheck on the first sequence. Now Axel Lowe is going to do some back skating. The pass intercepted by Davis and flung back in. Sebinga unable to swipe the puck away, and therefore we have Luke Anderson on the left wing side, shooting in, saving by Smith, out of play. "25 seconds gone. Both teams are going to make a change. For the Warriors, the forward four. And for Calvin, whole save. On the ensuing draw, it's the Warriors getting it back to the point. Lowe holding it in. Stopping it up on the boards was Elkins, and a good play there to make it to Joel Dealman. Joel Dealman, cross-ice pass, shoveled into the zone by the Knights. Josh Ernst trying to apply some pressure, was a little behind. Warriors still have the puck behind their own net. They got it up to Nicky Forak. Got it around Riordan, and Smith took a hit as he went down to the ice. Elkins is going to work it back around. Now moving in, Ernst. Ernst still with the puck on his stick, moving around. From Gretzky's office, passes to Iatridis, now back to Ernst. Ernst for Dealman. Still establishing some possession on the perimeter. Indiana Tech Warriors like them like white on rice, I should say. Iatridis tries a shot. Oh, it hit a Warrior up front, and it looks like he is in rough shape. Took the shot, blocked, took one for the team, and it's going to take him a moment to get back up. That's Buck. That's Austin Buck. Certainly earning the title of Warrior here as he took a puck up high. He skates off of his own power. Didn't appear to be in too much trouble after the initial shock. And we're glad that he's okay, and we set up for another draw. Now Steven Ickes, the freshman, tried to get a touch pass over to Keith Schenkel, but it's going to be taken instead by Timothy Washburn, the IT blue liner. Now going through the neutral zone. Puck was poked away by the Knights. Crosses the blue line. Knights can't catch up to it in time. Ethan Best going to toss it back and takes a hit for his trouble. Ty Barnhill worked it back around the boards. Now it's picked up TJ Dugan. He left it for Alex Arnold, and a big shoulder by Best, and it looks like he may have played himself more than anything else. Now from behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Christopher Bibelos as they brought it back out. He finds Steven Ickes. Ickes has Schenkel with him. Schenkel going to get possession of the puck. Tossed it back around. Knights caught in down low. Turned over for the Warriors. They try to pull the trigger on a shot, and Plummer's attempt is going to go wide off of a body. Alex Arnold now. He's trying to find some room and a teammate to pass it off to. Plenty of gold sweater resistance in the area, though, and the Knights have possession once more. Owen Diker. Oh, some neat moves to himself to push it in on Barnhill. He's going to stick it aside. Now Axel Lowe again. Axel Lowe to Fortin. Fortin gains the line. He centered it out, and it was Diker on the other side. He's going to sweep it aside, taking Dufort now. Dufort with a neat move. Backstrom, oh, and a big collision in the blue paint. Looks like Backstrom got most of his netminder there. He's going to take a moment to get back up. Craig Smith was a little shaken up. Takes a moment hunched over, and it looks like he's no worse for wear. Diker and Backstrom in on the back check there, giving him a little fist bump to say, hey, sorry for that one. So a couple of brief scary scenarios, one for each side, but everyone seems to be healthy for now as the teams get warmed up for this matchup. Van Dusen tried to shake it loose, but it ends up back in the Knights' end. Knights win the puck battle around the boards. Petrella tried to get the ricochet off to Seelinga, but it's going to be tossed right back in by the Warriors. And it looks like the Warriors are doing a good job of trying to block up those passing lanes and burn off some time, tossing it into the Calvin end. Now Matej Krasny. Krasny centered it, and they score on the back door. Man, a quick turnover play right in front. Matej Krasny almost on the goal line, and he was able to find Cam Shabbat on the back door. Man, almost reminiscent of the one that Patrick Kane had the other night. And it's a 1-0 game. Indiana Tech early once again. So Calvin once more with a rough beginning to the game. Greg Smith going to cover on that one. Indiana Tech strikes first. Krasny with a seeing eye pass to Cam Shabbat on the other side. We set up for another draw offensive zone for Indiana Tech. They get the puck, and they're going to toss it over to the opposite corner. Centered back out. It was Ethan Best who was able to flip the puck back up. Now Ed Riordan. Gonna toss it in. It's gonna be gloved down by Potter. Now Best tosses it off to the other side for Ryan Jagielski. A little bit of back and forth between the two teams, and it's gonna be Indiana Tech jumping on it first. Matej Krasny. Gonna toss it off to the opposite side. Ethan Best, the first man back. Best got it up for Dealman, but no, it was Malik Ali in the way. Malik Ali with the turnover, almost dragging it out to himself. Gonna be worked all the way down to the Indiana Tech end. Ty Barnhill making the play and getting it all the way back out to the neutral zone, generating the turnover. Schenkel. Now Stephen Ickes. Stephen Ickes on the left wing side, stopped up. Oh, he had it poked away. Good play by Tim Washburn. Puck goes back and around. Ty Barnhill's gonna rifle it around the glass. Puck once more to the Warriors. It's Nikiforuk. Nikiforuk left it for Smith, and blocker save gonna be made by the other Smith. Meanwhile, the Knights coming the other way. Ickes let it get away from him. Keith Schenkel trying to get possession. Going to be held in at the line by the Calvin defense. Diker's going to go for the change. Nikiforuk now. He's going to toss it back out of the zone, taken instead by Iatridis. Now Maverick Backstrom. Backstrom tries a shot. It's going to go wide of the net. Quentin Stempel got turned around, but he played it forward first. Backstrom couldn't win the puck battle, but Stempel was in to provide some reinforcements. Now Potter had the puck taken from him by Lou Vesperini. Vesperini tried his best to keep the battle up, but now Nikiforuk is going to lift it to the neutral zone. Ian Elkins now, as it skips into the Calvin ends. Backhand from Elkins. It was off the stick of Vesperini. Goes all the way down. Now Will Campbell sets up from behind his own net, evades Vesperini. A stretch pass. It's going to be taken by Iatridis. Fanned a little bit on the clearing attempt as they try to get some fresh bodies on the ice. Now Kyle Van Dusen. Kyle Van Dusen almost able to generate an offensive chance, but now the other way for Plummer. Just out of his reach, he's going to go for the change. Ethan Best now behind his own net. Calvin looks to mount an attack and try to make up that 1-goal deficit that was mounted early. Now the near side corner. It's going to be coughed right back out to TJ Dugan, and now Alex Arnold going up the ice with Van Dusen. In around the Calvin net. Plenty of gold sweaters providing resistance, and Ethan Best works it loose. Van Dusen couldn't escape the point. Duford with a shot that's going to go up and out of play, deflected. No, this is Smith tonight. On the ensuing draw, Dufort to the point. It's going to be Svoboda. Oh, he had a shot that just ricocheted wide. I don't know if Smith saw it. He may have gotten a piece. Now Dufort tries one. It hit a body out front. Good shot blocked by Josh Ernst. Knights work the puck out of the zone after a close call. Now coming the other way, it's Fortin. Fortin, nice sweep check by Owen Diker. Now the other way, Dufort looks to attack the other way once more. Stick handling, and he made it all the way until finally Joel Dielman got up in his business. Fluke tried to generate the turnover, it wouldn't go. Now Bibelos is going to ring it into the zone and earn some tired Knights some rest. From the near side boards, Fortin. Meanwhile, Stephen Ickes got in the way, held it in the offensive zone for a moment. They got around Schenkel and Ickes. Now Shabbat over to Fortin, and that shot is going to be sticked out of play. So the Warriors so far doing a lot better job of finding the open ice and always making sure to get a man there, and eventually the puck finds its way. Knights have been pinned back for a lot of the first period, but they look to get some offense going here as Vesperini is going to launch it into the zone. Axel Lowe got it around. Oh, Quentin Stempfel got in the way, and now Iatritis is going to hold it in. Potter now, Alex Potter tries to get it out of the corner, and the captain does. Krasny, the alternate, now tosses it out to the Calvin defense, back to the neutral zone, and now a long shot all the way from Lowe at center is going to be saved by Smith. Calvin looks to reset. They have to manipulate around a twig for a moment. And no icing called, as Axel Lowe is going to have to try to evade the forecheck from Van Dusen. Now Elkins back around to Christoph Petrella. Christoph Petrella leading the nation in scoring. Oh, he almost had that puck back for him. Now Van Dusen, a little bit of back and forth. Oh, it skipped away from Kyle Van Dusen. And now Shabbat is trying to create a turnover and a breakaway the other way. But Ethan Best held high. And now Sebinga got it back in the zone. Ty Barnhill now, got it to Campbell. Now turned over, oh, they almost got it out to the slot, but the Warriors were there. Will Campbell tried to center it for Smith. Vesperini, Jagielski was beaten. The big save with the glove on Campbell by Smith. Indiana Tech Warriors playing some pretty solid hockey so far. Knights only ceding 1 goal, though. It's a better scenario than they found themselves in yesterday's second period. So perhaps the Knights are acclimating themselves to play at this level. Ethan Best goes to his defensive partner in Justin Davis, Jagielski. At neutral ice, Will Campbell let it slide by him, and now it's going to be Avery Smith. Avery Smith forward for Malik Ali. Ali tries a shot, save made by Smith. He wanted to pass it out, but ran out of time. just past the midway point of the first period. The lion's share of the puck possession coming the way of Indiana Tech University so far. Calvin looking to get some momentum going the other way. Taken first by Washburn, a neat move to gain some room.
Look at that.
Now Davis is going to flip it out to the other end. Schenkel got it for Ickes. Stephen Ickes mishandled the puck. Washburn was able to get it past Schenkel, and now Arnold gains the line. Now he has Dugan. Dugan shot. Oh, he had some room to shoot, but it missed high. Knights generate the turnover. Bibelos got it over for Ickes. Ickes for Schenkel. Keith Schenkel looking for some room. Shot save made by Barnhill with nothing further to come. Well, except a friendly conversation coming near the crease, no doubt, between the two teams. Dugan and Ickes with a little bit of a conversation going on. Knowing Stephen Ickes' style, I'm sure he said nothing untoward. Knights earned themselves the offensive zone draw, and Maverick Backstrom is in to take it. Popped out for Vesperini, shot save made by Barnhill. It was loose for just a moment. He's going to spring on it right away. We go for a rematch. Backstrom got it back for Stempel. Quentin Stempel turning and burning. And his pass went nowhere in particular. He didn't have a whole lot of options. Now Elkins couldn't get that dump attempt in. Now it's going to be settled by Smith in behind. Quentin Stempel tries to gain some room. He does. Found its way to Vesperini. Lou Vesperini, another freshman on this squad, going to be forced into the boards by a couple of Indiana Tech Warriors. They ring it around the boards. Quentin Stempel forced down to the ice. Now Maverick Backstrom from Gretzky's office tries to work the puck loose, but Potter was there first. Got it over for Svoboda. Svoboda's going to be forced down to the ice. Worked it out of the zone. Stempel is going to go after a solid shift for that forward court. Flipped in all the way on Barnhill. He's just going to stop it, no problem. Certainly some chatter going on between the two teams after the last couple of whistles. We'll see if things get chippier as we go throughout. That's Chance, wouldn't go. Tried to get a backhand through, and that one also hit a body right in front of him. Will Campbell jostling near the boards. Best is going to work it back around. Almost found Siebinga, now Van Duzen. Kyle Van Duzen out to Jagielski. Jagielski tried a shot. Oh, a nice crouch block made by Austin Buck. Now that one bounces off Shabbat. A brief 2-on-1, centered right in front. They score! Man, a quick turnover in behind. Shabbat jumped right on it, found the man open in front. Oh, and it's gonna be is it a first collegiate goal? A 2-0 lead for the Warriors. So Cam Shabbat once more making an early impact in the game, getting the primary assist for his 100th career point. As the Knights now find themselves behind 2-0. From the near side corner, Dielman couldn't sweep it loose. Going to be played back around for Washburn. Tried to center it in front. Dielman now for Diker. Off to the opposite corner for Davis. Justin Davis, oh, almost got it past, but it's going to go touched by the Calvin bench out of play. On the ensuing draw, Keith Schenkel got it back for Diker. A wide pass to Bibelos. Couldn't break away with possession in time, and now it's going to be Dufort. Dufort looks for some room. He found Washburn. From the near side board, Zickes forced it a little bit deeper in. Washburn again. Gotta find Dufort, now Washburn. Tim Washburn having himself a pretty solid game, all things considered throughout. It seems like every time the puck comes near him, something positive happens for Indiana Tech. Keith Schenkel now for Diker. He's gonna dump and change. Barnhill settled it in behind. Skipped around the half wall there, and now it's going to be Plummer. Plummer skating up the ice. Drop pass for Smith. Oh, it's going to be poked away from him. Now Avery Smith tripped up on the play. Power play incoming for Indiana Tech. As Avery Smith was breaking to the outside, a stick got into the skates, and the Knights are going to take the first penalty of the game. Keith Schenkel, 2 minutes for tripping. And with how the power play was for Indiana Tech yesterday, this can't necessarily bode well for the Knights. Penalty kill unit out for the Knights, and Shabbat in to take the draw for the Warriors against Van Duzen. Puck skips out to the side. It's going to be TJ Dugan from the point. Played further down low to Shabbat. Touch back and forth with the point man, Cam Shabbat. Congratulations to him for that 100th career point. Now Matej Krasny. Oh, he's going to be shoved from behind and upended his own teammate. Ryan Jagielski was head over heels after the shove by Bestie. Now Axel Lowe tried to find some room in down low. He's going to have that puck stripped away from him. Jagielski lays a shoulder. They center it back out front. Lowe now to the opposite side for Dugan. Opposite side, oh, they couldn't quite find Cam Shabbat for a replay of the first power play goal last night. But history doesn't necessarily repeat this time. Axel Lowe left it for Shabbat. Shabbat back to Lowe. Gonna do another drop pass and try to gain some room. They do. Now Malik Ali. Ali, stick handling in the neutral zone for Alex Potter. Diker was able to poke the puck away, but not before. They got it back to the point. Potter. Now Niki Fora. Moves it back around for Smith. Smith going to be forced into the boards by Justin Davis. Back out for Potter. Going to be played back in. Oh, the Knights wanted the break the other way. It wouldn't go. 21 seconds remaining on the tripping call to Schenkel. Ali, save made by Smith. Up and out of play. And Smith getting active after the play, laying a blocker into the face of Avery Smith. Greg and Avery, despite being last name buddies, they ain't getting along down on the ice here. "18 seconds remaining on the penalty call to 18 goals. A little bit of discussion going on. There were some words being given to the officials between the benches, our friends Susie and Ryan. Discussion going on between the Calvin bench. The door is still open. It looks like they're hunting for someone after the shove from Greg Smith in the crease, someone to serve the penalty, and yeah, now Bibelos is going to go. Serving a couple of minutes in the sin bin. Greg Smith let his temper get the best of him for just a moment. And now a 5-on-3 for the Warriors for the next 18 seconds. Roughing the call to Greg Smith. And you don't want to take another one, Ickes. Let's be careful here. Tech got it out to the point for Dugan. The play is going to be whistled dead again. Some more discussion going on. Is there going to be another penalty coming the way of the Knights? Delay of game, the call. And now Ed Riordan is going to sit in the box. Okay. So after all of that, 3 penalties against the Knights in quick succession. And it's going to be 5-on-3 for a long time. What's going on? Oh, it's the net. When you have several consecutive stoppages of play here at Eagles Ice Center, one of them has to be due to the net. It is law. And Greg Smith trying to make his case that the delay of game, he just gently pushed his left pad against the post and the net moved a little bit. He's saying it wasn't intentional. That's just the way it is here at Eagles Ice Center. Welcome to it. Meanwhile, puck in possession of the Warriors. A shot from Arnold. Save made. Oh, it's going to pop loose behind. And oh, just barely kept in by Lowe. Dugan now. Now back for Lowe to the opposite side. Oh, they wanted one. It's going to be stopped up in front. Knights still a minute 28, a 5-on-3 to kill off. TJ Dugan with some neat stick handling in close. Couldn't finish it off. And now Arnold tries a shot, and it looks like Smith may have gotten a piece of it. And the net is off the moorings again. Those pegs are doing nothing. Man, is Greg Smith trying to move back and forth. He's not going into the post with an excessive amount of force. It's just like even worse than it normally is with the pegs. Now the ref's trying to get some water frozen around it. Some discussion going on from the Calvin bench, perhaps pointing out how those pegs may have been to blame for the last delay of game call. However, we're going to play on. Oh, Davis tried to work it loose, and that one's going to go right up and out of play from the glass. On the ensuing draw, a big save! 10-bell windmill by Smith. Oh, that puck just skipped right back out to Malik Ali. And flash in the leather, 32 in gold. Oh my goodness, a great one there for Greg Smith. Remember that one if this game is going to be close in its conclusion. Now off the near side corner. 53 seconds left to 5-on-3, and Sebinga worked it loose and then took a hit to the side of the head. Now Alex Potter left it behind for Ali. 40 seconds left of 5-on-3 to kill. Nikiforuk left it for Avery Smith. Tried to find Potter, who was a little bit out of his wheelhouse. Now back to Smith. Oh, a couple of consecutive passes that went a little askew. Advantageous for the Knights as they kill off a bit more time. Diker saved the scenario there. Now they get it to Ali. Ali, oh, he almost pulled the trigger on a shot, but mostly fanned. Only 10 seconds remaining, 5-on-3 time before the Knights are going to start getting some men back. Do a good job of pinning it up. That's one of them gone. Regular power play save made by Smith again, stretching out. Knights back up to 4 guys on the ice after the penalty fiasco. Only 13 seconds remaining on the phantom delay of game call. Oh, Krasny almost got one right off the draw. Dugan wanted the backhand. Now scrambling is Smith. Oh, they shoot just wide of the net. They had Smith down. Puck skips out, and the Knights have survived the extended 5-on-3. It was about 2 minutes and 10 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Now Riordan tries a shot. Scores! Ed Riordan catching Ty Barnhill sleeping, generating the turnover down low. Move right in. Goal for Ed Riordan, and the Knights are back within 1. Man, just a weird bouncing puck. Those knuckleballers can get you. And for you young hockey players out there, they say, just throw it on the net. You never know what's going to happen. Ed Riordan, the living example of that now, and it's a 2-1 game. Warriors are going to enter offside, so going to go for another draw on the outside after Ed Riordan brings us within 1. Some slashing going on before the face-off. Calvin Bench trying to argue for something more serious. Looks like it's mostly going to fall on deaf ears. And now we set up for another draw. There we go. Ed Riordan does battle with Svoboda. Got it out for Ryan Jagielski. Now Best, pass forward for Riordan. All the way in, Dealman centered out front. Oh, they couldn't find a Knight in front. Could have been something interesting. Now Svoboda blows a tire, but got the pass out to Funky. Funky now, he's gonna shoot it. Save made by Smith. Tried to get it to the opposite side. In the lane was Ernst. Couldn't work it out in time. Now Svoboda, a shot that's going to hit a body and go wide. Centered out front, going to be taken care of by Best. Finds a teammate. Oh, went away from Ernst. A little bit of back and forth. Now that one's going to be moved into the zone. Now Jagielski with a shot. Save made by Barnhill. Tried to work it loose from the slot. Now it's going to be Anderson. Anderson has Shabbat on the line with him. They try a pass over to the opposite corner. Held in by Washburn. Washburn slapped it up into the air. Now Backstrom, 32 seconds remaining in the period. Diker trying to find some room away from Krasny. He eventually does gain some room, tosses it off to the corner. 18 left in the period. Turned over right away to Anderson. Anderson tries a shot, save made by Greg Smith. Tried to work it back loose. They do to Diker. Only 5 seconds. Got to be fast to 3-on-2, and the pass wouldn't go. And so it's going to go for naught. So a couple of goals in the early part for the Indiana Tech Warriors, but Ed Riordan with the knuckleballer pulling the Knights back within one. 2-1 Indiana Tech going into the second period, which will be taking place right after this break.
welcome to the ice, Calvin Knights.
We welcome you back for second period action here from Eagles Ice Center as your Knights trail the Warriors 2-1. However, the momentum on the Calvin end as Ed Riordan was able to sneak one past Ty Barnhill to pull within one near the closing parts of the period. Greg Smith plays it around. He's made a couple of great saves so far as Alex Potter tries one on him and he sticks it away. Tried to center it in front. Oh, a couple of big stops in a row. Rebound. Oh, and it hit a body out front. Oh, the Warriors have some fire in them to begin the second period, and Krasny almost generating that turnover, and Diker is going to play it back up out of the zone. Toss back into the Calvin end. The captain Davis with the long ricochet pass finds Van Duzen. Kyle Van Duzen couldn't evade Krasny, and they're going to work it back around the boards. Luke Anderson couldn't free it past the blue line, and Christoph Petrella is going to toss it right back in. Settled behind their own net, the captain Potter found Cam Shabbat. Gonna go for a ricochet. Eventually finds its way to Anderson. Anderson, oh, a neat block of the pass there by Ickes. Generates a turnover, still moving in. Tried to get it over to Schenkel. Oh, a big poke check there from Barnhill prevented anything from going on. A neat play by Ickes. Almost came full circle, but Barnhill with a smart play, keep it 2-1. Now Keith Schenkel with possession of the puck. Just missed Stephen Ickes on the other side. Barnhill moves the puck back around. Schenkel trying to get that puck loose, battling with Ali. Skips back out in the slot for Smith. Avery Smith, his pass is going to miss Nicky Forup and go all the way down. Played back around, oh, a neat pass there over to Josh Ernst. Ed Riordan, oh, he almost had Dealman on the other side. Josh Ernst was wiped out after that play. Now they try to get the pass away. Calvin's going to force it right back in behind the net. Calvin waking up after that initial very good 2 or 3 chances right on Smith in their own end. And now they're pressing the other way. Joel Dealman tried to center out front. Oh, and they knocked it back in on Barnhill, who makes the save, but it was almost something special. The Backstrom line is in to try to supply some additional pressure and get the Knights back even. Maverick Backstrom able to toss it forward, but it's taken by the Warriors first. This one goes to Lou Vesperini. Vesperini is going to try to pass it past Dugan. Oh, a big collision near center ice, and everyone looks to be okay. Worked it back out for Plummer. Plummer got the turnover. Oh, to the opposite side, and a good play there from Jagielski to block the back door. Arnold kept it in at the line, played it in back around. Jagielski couldn't force it past the blue line. Indiana Tech continuing to maintain possession. Over to the opposite side for Dufort. Dufort tried a shot. That one went just high, and it looked like Smith saw it a bit later than he would have liked. Now Timothy Washburn with a shot. Oh, and it hit a body and went over to the far side boards. Jagielski is about to go. Oh, Ryan Jagielski dropped the gloves. Behind the play, Smith got wiped out, and Jagielski took matters into his own hands. Absolute chaos breaking out in recent seconds. Well, Ryan Jagielski standing up for a teammate and losing his marbles. Greg Smith, after the second big collision for him in the game, still a little bit slow to get up. He's on one knee.
Did you see who pushed us into the goalie?
Well, certainly plenty of chaos going on here at Eagles Ice Center. Benches talking with each other, fans talking with each other. A lot to sort out after Greg Smith was bowled over. Still some conversations going on. Backstrom and Jagielski, of course, after he tried to go full-on hockey fight tilt in the middle of the ice. He's going to be in the box. Davis and Potter having some conversations with the referees to sort out what exactly is going to happen. Aiden Dufort was a little bit active with the stick after the play. He's going to be sitting on the Indiana Tech side of things. And Jagielski is out of the game. Knights are going to have to play the rest of the time with 5D. So Jagielski is out of the building, and we're still working on who is going to serve what punishments here after a complete fracas in front of the Calvin net. His teammates showing him support, doing a few stick taps as he left the ice to acknowledge that they appreciated what he did there. Maverick Backstrom still waiting to hear what in the world is going to happen. Alex Arnold, who was the dance partner with Ryan Jagielski, now going to join him in the box. Well, of course, Jagielski is not in the box anymore. He's out of the game. Only penalty markers so far on the board is 2 to Arnold. Jagielski for sure is going to get something. Backstrom and Dufort joining them. And the officiating crew having to split up and have a conversation with each bench just to decipher what in the world was going on. Now Fortin is going to go in on the Indiana Tech side. Man, to be a fly on the wall in the sin bin right now, or you could just ask to be Ryan Bowner or Susie Gjelhode, as they're hearing every bit of it. Nothing else has gone on the board. If we count Jagielski, 2 in on the Calvin side, 3 in on the Indiana Tech side. Knights have 5 skaters out. Van Dusen and Schenkel still near the bench. I anticipate one of them is going to hop back on. You're right, yeah. Good catch. Knights, after all of that, they get a power play. After Greg Smith was initially bowled over to start everything that happened here, Greg Smith probably wondering, man, if I got to delay a game for what I did, I wonder what the referees serve right now. And it looks like we're rearing to go. After all of that, it's going to be Alex Arnold. Petruzima back there? Coach Mike Petruzima now walking out. It seems he may have been kicked out of the game. So the Knights get the power play, but they lose their coach. Uncharacteristic. It's very strange. Another Knight has entered the box on the other side. I'm trying my best to relay to you people at home what's going on, but I don't even really know. I think the Knights have a power play at the end of all of that. We're good to go. Van Dusen shot save made by Barnhill. Now Siebinga tries to work it back around. Schenkel got possession, now back over for Siebinga. Van Dusen back to the point. Shot from Siebinga, save made by Barnhill again. About 10 penalties to read off for poor Ryan Bowner. Our hearts go out to him from the penalty box. As we got it back to Elkins. Now Van Dusen. Back down low for Siebinga. Oh, and the pass is going to go wide of the mark. Minute 22 remaining on that power play. And Coach Mike Petruzima has left the rink. His son, the director of hockey operations, Josh Petruzima, there in his stead, certainly worthy to fill the shoes, but still very tragic for the Knights to not have one of their good defensemen, and Ryan Jagielski, of course, and then to lose their coach as well. Still on the man advantage as the Warriors are pressing down low in the zone. Now Ian Elkins got it back loose. Elkins to the opposite side for Petrella. Oh, they meet sticks in the air and the Knights are able to play it in. Barnhill tries to escape. And Dielman holds it in for now. Avery Smith going to toss it down. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Now Ickes over to Ernst. He's going to stick it in the zone, and Barnhill just going to hold. Knights still have 15 seconds left on the power play after the initial goalie interference called Alex Arnold. They got it back out to the point for Davis. Tossed it into the open ice. No Knights got there in time. Got it back out to the neutral zone. Now Dealman. Gonna shoot it a bit wide of the net. That does it for the Calvin power play.
Warriors at close break.
And Iatridis going to launch it back in, but not before taking a big hit. Now to the near side. Going to be Fortin. Fortin gained it. Save made by Smith. And a little bit of sticks going back and forth after the play. And it looks like everyone's going to remain calm for now, unlike last time. .14:02 remaining in the second period. Knights on the defensive zone face-off. Still down by 1. Try to work the puck out. Diker found Schenkel. Now he tossed it forward. Bibelos. Bibelos with the loose puck chase. Forced Washburn into the boards. Couple of bodies going back and forth trying to vie for possession. It's going to be Washburn on it first. Centered now for number 94, Funky, and Ickes is going to launch it back the other way. Aiden Dufort back around the boards. Schenkel tried a wide angle. It ends up going around the boards. Ickes centered back for Bibelos. Now down low for Schenkel to Bibelos, and that one's going to be sticked wide. Now Bibelos tried to track the puck down, but it's passed back to Aiden Dufort. And the Warriors are in possession. Indiana Tech now. Tried to toss it in behind for Funky. Seeminga now for Petrella. Christoph Petrella. Had that smacked away from him. Now coming the other way, Shabbat. Shabbat centered to the opposite side. Oh, a big save made by Smith. And he's able to get back to his crease, but he doesn't have his twig. Knights bent but didn't break there, and now look to escape the zone. Tossed it forward for Seeminga, now Van Dusen. Van Dusen had it poked away from him. Diker shot save made by the blocker of Barnhill. From the far side boards. Try to work the puck out. Seeminga slapper save made by Barnhill again. And a lot of the action hasn't been focused on number 30 in black, especially with all the chaos that was going on in the Calvin end in recent minutes. But he's quietly been putting on a couple of really good performances, making the timely saves when the Warriors have needed them most. Josh Ernst tried to work it loose, ends up going to Potter instead. He's going to move it down for Elkins. Elkins from behind his own net tried to find Iatridis. Steelman tried to slap it out of the zone. Malik couldn't find it in time. Back and forth, some Wimbledon, as Buckley Gino, my occasional partner, would say. But now Nicky Forick to the opposite side. Oh, he almost had Avery Smith open. Oh, tossed it in on Greg Smith, who was able to make the save. Still fighting for possession down low. Tried to work it around the boards, and that one's going to go out of play. On the ensuing draw, Svoboda is going to square off with Maverick Backstrom. Svoboda got it back to the point for Will Campbell. Campbell turning, and he launched one off the skate of Backstrom. Backstrom still trying to fish it loose. Big hit laid by Best behind the play. Tried to flip it up. It's going to be gloved down by Will Campbell. Back around the boards, Ethan Best now from behind his own net. shields the puck. Tried to escape the Warriors, but it's going to be gloved down by Stempel. Quentin Stempel, the Swiss native. Now over to the opposite side for Best. Best got it over for Davis. Launched it back to the neutral zone. Now Svoboda tried to get it back for Campbell. Puck took kind of a weird bounce off one of the stanchions. Campbell trying to get himself some room. He got it to his defensive partner. Now turned over for Backstrom. Maverick Backstrom got taken down by Dugan. They got tied up after the play, but we're going to play on. Stempel gained the line. Oh, he's going to be launched by Santaniello, making his presence known, as now the Knights have to recoil. Tried to pass it to the opposite side. Maverick Backstrom tried to toss it around the boards. Taken by Aiden Dufort. Little bit of back and forth. Aiden Dufort. Oh, Bibelos almost generated that turnover in. Down low. He's forced down to the ice. No call, we play on. Owen Diker now. He got taken down. Now two no calls. Turned over shot, save made by Smith. And the Knights are able to collapse in time to prevent that 3-on-1 from being too dangerous. To the near side, Fortin. Trying to get it loose, got it over for Washburn. Now it's Axel Lowe. He tried a shot, Schenkel got right in the way. Oh, a big hit, and now Schenkel. A partial 2-on-1, tried to get it over to Bibelos. Oh, and Bibelos swept it wide. Now Luke Anderson almost had his pocket picked by Stephen Ickes. And now Schenkel, oh, he's going to receive a big hit. Now Petrella, oh, he wanted to center for Ickes, but it wouldn't go. It's getting heavy tumbling going on here from Eagles Ice Center. Big hits being laid in recent minutes as both these teams are beginning to get a little bit sick of each other. Now Iatridis tried to move it around. It's going to be sticked up and out of play by Luke Anderson. Face-off coming back out of the zone. They're going to say Anderson did it intentionally for it to come back out like that. Good break for the Knights as they tried to get the pass off to Van Dusen, but missed for Lowe. Petrella, oh, they almost got it back for Van Dusen. Wouldn't go. Now Alex Potter from behind his own net. Back to the opposite side for Lowe. Now Potter again, the captain. Sees the path forward. He found Smith, and now Malik Ali. Ali gains the line. Now to Colton Nikiforuk. He tried the pass to the opposite side, but it hit a Knight first. Lowe tried to get it down low, but Iatridis was the first man there. Turnover created by Smith, now pinned up at the boards. Malik Ali tries a shot, save made by Smith. Tried to center it for Van Dusen, it wouldn't go. Now Iatridis is getting his stick held. He's working him loose. Now centered for, yep, Sebinga is able to come away with it. Jacob Sebinga on the left wing side. For Van Dusen, tried a shot. Good block there from Axel Lowe. Now to the other side. Up and off the glass from Davis. Oh, and Nikiforuk receiving the reverse hit. Now Josh Ernst gains the line. Josh Ernst couldn't pull the trigger on the shot. From the near side corner. Trying to work the puck loose, and the arm does go up. Interference call incoming. Man, there were a lot of heavy hits in recent minutes, so I'm just waiting to see which one is going to be the subject of the referee's ire. Will Campbell is going to be found as the guilty party here. Knights earned themselves another power play. Perhaps a wonderful opportunity for them to get back even. On the ensuing draw, it's out for Riordan. Riordan down low for Ickes. Now Iatritis, now Riordan. Tries a shot. Oh, that one went high up off of Vesperini. Back to the point for Riordan, for Iatritis. Oh, Krasny doing a good job of generating that turnover. Smith plays it back around for Riordan. Ed Riordan now. Gonna move it back in around. Picking it up, now getting it to the point for Iatritis. Riordan had it skip away from him for a moment, but now Iatritis tries to pull the trigger on a shot. Well, up and out of play. That goes to the Calvin balcony. No doubt a wonderful souvenir for one of the fans / D3 players. I guess they're obligated to be fans if you think about it, as they wait for their matchup with Ferris State coming up after this game. Elkins moves it around the boards. Now back to the point, Elkins, 1:10 left on the power play. First unit now out. Sebinga tried to find Petrella. They got it, did a good job getting in the way. Sebinga couldn't shove it in on the short side. Oshenko couldn't pull the trigger on the shot. Now Elkins from the point. Found Van Dusen. Van Dusen to Elkins. Oh, a neat block there by Plummer. Goes up around the boards. Aiden Dufort. Oh, just enough friction there. And now TJ Dugan has the puck. TJ Dugan continuing to stick handle, and Van Dusen got it away from him. A wonderful effort of sticking on the puck by the Indiana Tech Warriors. Only 20 seconds now remaining of power play time. Gonna be worked all the way in on Smith. And now Avery Smith, the first man back. Vesperini got it back out for Van Dusen. Kyle Van Dusen with only a few seconds left of the man advantage. That one skipped up past Barnhill, but it's not gonna matter. Vesperini trying to work it loose yet. Oh, that one launched right into the Calvin bench. And it looks like everyone's okay, but it might have caught some gold sweaters by surprise. Knights on the offensive zone draw, unable to win it back. It's Alex Potter, the captain for the Warriors. Got it back for Malik Ali. Tossed it back out to the neutral zone. Diker now the other way. Going to take a lob up into the air. Deflection taken by Potter again. Quentin Stempfel applied some pressure, forced the pass out. Now it's going to be tossed right back into the Indiana Tech end. From behind the net. They look to escape, and now it's Nikiforuk all alone. Oh, catching up was Diker, and he's going to ride him into the boards. Oh, a punch came up high, and that's going to be a penalty. So Diker was able to neutralize Nikiforuk. May have gotten the arm around, but Nikiforuk, losing his patience, lays a punch into the face of Diker, and the Knights get another power play opportunity. The number 44s in that exchange, both perhaps committing something a little unneeded, but it's going to be Colton Nikiforuk taking the penalty. Warriors work it back out of the zone. They find Ian Elkins. Elkins races into the boards, and now Van Dusen moving the other way. Now for Schenkel. Oh, the shot went just wide as they got it loose. Oh, look, the net came off the moorings, but nobody got called for anything. Now the shot in, they center in front. Oh, and the Knights are providing plenty of pressure down low. Van Dusen with the stick handle out to the opposite side for Petrella. Van Dusen now, 1:20 remaining on the power play. Petrella centered out front. Oh, almost found Schenkel. Now Elkins tries a shot, save made by Barnhill. Second unit now out for the Knights. Vesperini couldn't pull it back. But the Warriors can't work it out of the zone. It's pinned up at the near side boards. Eventually the Warriors are able to slap it free. Greg Smith settled it. Left it in behind. Stephen Ickes trying to find some room. Gonna go for the dump and chase. That one worked around by Barnhill, skips out to Vesperini. Tried to get it down low for Ernst. Ernst with possession. Tossed it back around behind the net. Gonna be taken by Santarelli. Iatridis back forward for Ernst. Excuse me, Ickes. Ickes now found Ernst. They go back and forth. Ickes has some room, only 15 seconds remaining. Oh, the shot on save made by Barnhill. And they're able to move it back down the ice. Pass going awry from Smith. Santinello is going to be forced off the puck by Iatridis. Knights unable to capitalize on the power play once more. Riordan with the only goal so far tries a shot. Save made by Barnhill. Only goal for Calvin, I should say. .223 in the second period, and the Knights having a couple of threatening scoring chances in recent minutes, but unable to get one past Barnhill in this frame. Pass forward from Ali, poked away from Smith. Back around the boards, the 44s meet again. Probably not too fond of each other by this point. And now Ed Riordan tossed it forward for Backstrom. He tried a shot, almost caught Barnhill off guard. Bibelos around the boards for Best. Best tried to get it back down low, was taken by Washburn. Now Smith back to Best. Best is going to flip it in on net. Save made by Barnhill. And now Aiden Dufort tried to toss it around. Play is going to be whistled dead. On the ensuing draw, it's going to be Dugan controlling around the perimeter. Oh, he almost had a neat pass back for Plummer. It wouldn't go. Now Owen Diker trying to get some room. He finds it around the back of the net. Tried to flip it up to Petrella. Tossed all the way back in by the Warriors. 75 seconds, remaining in the period. Tim Washburn going to touch it back in as the Knights have to regather. Over to the opposite side. Tossed all the way down the ice. Washburn and Van Dusen got tied for a little bit. Tossed back to neutral zone. That one sticked out of the air by Dufort. Incoming pass from Best going all the way down. Petrella beats the icing and evades a severe injury as he tries a wide angle shot. That one hit someone up high. And now they're still battling. 32 seconds remaining in the period. Back out for Alex Arnold. Alex Arnold gained the line. A neat drag around to the other side, couldn't receive it on the other end. They go hard into the boards with Declan Curtis. Tried to work it back loose for Krasny. He drew the penalty, and Ickes is able to touch up. So Krasny again, he is so strong on that puck, and he draws the hooking call. Ian Elkins going to sit 2 for hooking. Only 13.4 seconds remaining in the period. Knights only have to kill off that much before earning themselves a rest. First PK unit out, doing a more solid job so far than they did yesterday. Back out to the point, 6 seconds remaining in the period. They try a shot and they score. Oh, the deflection in front of Smith. And that's all it's going to take for the air to come out of the tires of the Knights a little bit. Avery Smith deflecting it in front. And it's a 3-1 Indiana Tech lead. So not how the Knights would have written it up. The deflection in front for Smith. A 3-1 Warriors lead. And some crash and bang, and Best and Santaniello getting into it after the play. Oh, Greg Smith coming and mixing it up. Oh, Greg Smith is going to talk with Barnhill. Are we going to have a goalie battle? Some shoving still going on. Man, it looks like everyone's getting into the conversation. Lou Vesperini is still gesturing to the other side. Oh, man. Cooler heads prevail for now, but it took a little bit longer than we would have wanted. And that final goal by Smitty in the closing seconds. Smitty, according to the fans to my left, makes it a 3-1 Indiana Tech lead. We'll be back for third period action right after this.
That score sheet's probably full. Oh my gosh. Are you doing the next game too? I'm doing the next game, yeah. Well, you getting paid the big bucks, right? Yeah, that's why they pay me the small bucks. Well, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We welcome you back for third period ACHA D1 action from Eagles Ice Center as the Knights had a deflating goal in the closing minutes of the second to make it a 3-1 Indiana Tech lead. And in the mix-up after the period had ended, the Knights are going to be shorthanded. They got a little too active, and the roughing call is going to be served by Declan Curtis. They're going to be shorthanded to begin this period here. Going to make it a bit more difficult to crawl back. However, still plenty of time after that as Barnhill is going to cover that puck. What's that? At the end of all that, it's not only the minor penalty, but a 10-minute misconduct as well. That's going to be served by Bibelos sitting alongside Declan in the box.
Number 12, Declan Curtis. 2 minutes for slashing and a 10-minute misconduct.
But after all that, Knights are ready to go. And now Colton Nikiforuk gets the puck. Gonna shoot it just a bit wide of the net. As we begin up this third period here, we call out to YouTube chat. Spaniard active once again, pointing out the Knights are hot under the collar, and boy, they sure are. And they're going to try to translate some of that fire in their bellies into some points, hopefully on the board. Alex Potter now with possession of the puck. It's going to be poked away for Ali. Ali now for Anderson, and Ickes is going to poke it loose. Stephen Ickes still in on Potter, and he's going to burn off even a little bit more time. Now Avery Smith, the third goal scorer for Tech, going to have it touched loose at the line. On the ensuing draw, it's going to be Dugan. He has it poked away from him by Keith Schenkel. Keith Schenkel being nice and active with the stick as always. Now Axel Lowe is going to have to go in behind his own net. Waits for the right opportunity, left it for Shabbat. Shabbat's pass, it eventually found its target in Arnold. Now back to Lowe on the right wing side. Opposite side, oh, they almost had Shabbat, but the puck did skip up on him. And I'll give you one guess what's going on. It's that net again. Good thing we served a 2-minute penalty for that net being knocked off. Either way, we set up again. We get it back out to the point. Axel Lowe tossing it down low. A little bit of back and forth with both teams. Eventually, Alex Arnold had it taken away by Ian Elkins. Work it back in around, and the Knights have killed off that penalty. Knights trying to get some fire in their soul onto the scoreboard as that one is going to go out for icing. So the Knights have done the first step of killing off that first penalty and now have 18 minutes to make up this 2-goal deficit, although against a squad as skilled and as glued together as the Indiana Tech Warriors are, it's going to be a very difficult task indeed. Not the sort of revenge that the Knights would have wanted tonight so far, but still plenty of time to go as Ian Elkins skates up the ice. Oh, a neat play by Fluky to get that out of the air. But the Knights advanced down anyways. Austin Buck played it around the boards. Owen Diker in possession of the puck. Schenkel couldn't settle it. A little bit too much mustard on it from the man in the mustard jersey. Owen Diker over to the opposite side. Now Schenkel to the left wing. Schenkel tried a shot save made by Barnhill. It was still loose for just a moment, and it's going to be swept a little bit behind the net by the Warriors. On the breakout pass, it's going to be a race for icing, and Ethan Best is going to win it out. Line blender in effect. Oh, Petrello had a big slap shot that was blocked down by Will Campbell, who took an extra second to get up, but he looks no worse for wear. Now Ian Elkins unloads one, and that's going to hit some bodies out front. Indiana Tech Warriors sacrificing the body to maintain that 2-goal lead. Greg Smith settled it in behind. Left it for Ickes. Now the pass is going to miss Petrella just by a little bit. Go out to Washburn. Now Aiden Dufort. Washburn back around. Into the middle. Now Riordan has possession. Riordan going to toss it down low for Petrella. Pass went into the slot, but it was nothing but Warriors there. And now Timothy Washburn has some room to move. 3-on-2 for the Warriors. Oh, big save on the back door by Smith. They got the pass away, but good lateral movement from 32 Gold to prevent anything from happening there. Dufort left it behind the turnover generated Vesperini. Tried to get the pass off to Stempel. Potter got it for Nikiforuk. After another slapping attempt, Elkins back to the neutral zone, but turned over Smith. Now Backstrom got in the way of his pass. Gonna do some back and forth. Elkins with possession. Now played around by Diker. Vesperini waits for the puck to come to him, takes the hit, turned over. Dugan, shot, save made by Smith. Up and into the protected netting. We go for another draw from the near side circle. One out by Indiana Tech. Alex Potter from the point. Oh, almost a cool deflection there from Alex Arnold. Wouldn't go. Now Ethan Best is going to pick up the puck. Tossed it forward for Sebinga. Dugan got in the way. Now it's going to go right back to him. Arnold and Best were battling it out. Ends up going to Diker. Diker and Best in a new combination. Oh, now Van Dusen has some room. Oh, he's gonna miss wide on the opposite side. I was just pointing out that the Knights are now down to 4 defensemen and that Justin Davis, nursing an injury apparently to the midsection, is now out of the game, and Jagielski dropped the gloves. And therefore, Knights only have 4 blue liners. What's on the far side? He's fine. Never mind. Knights with the offensive zone draw, looking to pull back within 1. Schenkel had it swept away from him, and a slight correction. It looks like Justin Davis is now on the bench, although he is in discomfort. He knew the need that his team had, and he's willing to serve it as best he can. That's why he wears that C up on his left shoulder there. Either way, the Warriors play it back into the neutral zone. Cam Shabbat with a bit of a slap forward, and Elkins responds in kind with another one the other way. Austin Buck. Austin Buck was able to find Shabbat. Shabbat definitely having some great first periods and now making his presence known in the latter parts as well. They toss it back out for Timothy Washburn. Over to the opposite side, Shabbat, he's going to play it down into the zone. Owen Diker has to meet Santarello. They win the puck back out. Bibelos touched up, and there's going to be a penalty behind the play. Diker. And by penalty, I mean, of course, that the net was knocked off its moorings. There was a pretty heavy hit right near it, so I was assuming that maybe the net was going to behave. But no, the Pegs here at Eagles Ice Center, they're going to do what they do. Regular viewers of the stream are going to know that, and I should know better than that by now. On the ensuing draw, the Knights have the puck. Force it past the red line. Joel Dielman tried to track it down. There's going to be some Wimbledon going on, and now Riordan is able to move it into the other end. Now Svoboda. Oh, a neat pass intercept by Ed Riordan. And Barnhill is going to play it back, make sure that his defense gets to it first. Joel Dielman back to the point. Oh, Best couldn't quite get there in time. Smith gonna toss it around for Owen Diker. Indiana Tech going for the change. Now Ethan Best with possession of the puck. Touches it past the blue line. They're now in front of the Indiana Tech bench, and it's ruled to have been offside. .12:52 remaining, and the Knights still down by 2. One wonders how the game is going to be coached going forward. If they continue to trail, if perhaps Greg Smith is going to be going to that bench, maybe even a little bit early if they find some wind in their sails and generate some offensive opportunities. But for now, we're still in the middle parts. Played back for Backstrom. The captain able to do some stick handling, toss it out to Iatritis. Now centered for Ali, shot save made. It's loose in front, they score. Oh, Iatritis is now losing his mind. They've jerseyed him. They're laying some hits. I have no idea what is going on. Everyone's going bananas. While Malik Ali is going to go celebrate his goal with the bench. There's still some wrestling going on. Iatritis and Backstrom both losing their marbles. Michael Iatritis is going to be escorted off of the playing surface. And the Knights are losing even more players. So now that 4 defenseman analysis that I made earlier, that was incorrect at the time. It turned out that it was a prediction. Michael Iatritis is now out for turtling and laying into a guy the same way Jagielski did. And now we're going to have probably another 10-minute conversation about all of what that entails. Smith and Backstrom appear to have contributed to a goal while play is stopped. Nikiforuk taking the high road and just taking it out of the goal instead of trying to score the other way and potentially start another brawl, because why not? It's Blades night here at Eagles Ice Center. The families are in attendance, so why not give them some good old-fashioned rough and tumble hockey? It looks like Smith is going to be escorted out of the box for now. That being Avery Smith, of course. Goalie for Calvin can't sit there. Ciso, Carlos Ciso, who's had the night off, has stepped into, and it does look like eventually Greg Smith is leaving. Smith did end up leaving the ice, so both the Smiths are out. And Axel Lowe is now going to be going to the box. Axel Lowe is ejected. It's just chaos. Well, number 8 and number 9 in the ACHA D1 rankings meet up, and sparks have flown all weekend.
Timeout, Calvin.
Timeout is taken by Calvin because we haven't had enough time inactive in this game so far. Avery Smith ejected to my left, Greg Smith ejected to my right, Carlos Ciso now between the pipes. Axel Lowe is off the ice. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Oh yes, and of course Michael Iatridis was kicked out at the beginning of that. And wait, even before that, Brian Jagielski was kicked out in a different period. I don't know if both teams will have enough players to remain at full strength for the remainder of this game, should things continue this way. Guys are prepping for some long shift times here from Eagles Ice Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So about 25 penalties to write down. Petrella got rocked in front of the Indiana Tech bench. They do like that. And things are unraveling again for the Knights here at Eagles Ice Center. Their first pair of elite matchups since joining the elite of the ACHA D1 have not gone particularly well. And both teams have a handful of guys gone. Now coming the other way, Owen Diker gained the line, tried to move through the slot, poked away by Dufort. And now Alex Arnold with possession. Oh, Sieminga did a good job of getting in the way, picking his pocket. The golden season, the golden jerseys, this season does continue to be pretty nice overall for Calvin. But the shimmer of the gold has maybe faded a little bit in the last couple of games.
Penalties to the Warriors, number 40, Avery Smith, and number 2, Axel Law.
Ian Elkins found Keith Schenkel, a little bit of back and forth, and I have to imagine that Ryan Bauner's writing hand for that score sheet for all the penalties happening is getting a little tired. Now Steven Ickes gains the line. He centered it for Bibelos, went up off a skate. Santinello. Oh, now turned over for Ickes. He tried a shot. It's going to go above the net. Centered back in front. Barnhill couldn't pounce on it quick enough, but it was Malik Ali, the first man back for them. Owen Diker centered. Oh, a big hit in the corner there, and another penalty incoming. Sorry about the yelling coming from behind. It looks like one of the players who was ejected a little bit ago had a few more words. On that last shift, it looked like Maverick Backstrom I'm yelling at that guy if he comes back. An Indiana Tech player is challenging someone to a fight behind me right now. Maverick Backstrom was in on defense for the last shift. Normally used to, of course, playing the center position. And Maverick Backstrom is now escorted off the ice. Maverick Backstrom is gone. What in the world is even happening? A cross check coming to Ethan Best. Just what they score. All right, there's a goal. There's a goal. A short break on the power play. They find the man open on the back door. Matej Krasny makes it a 5-1 game. Owen Diker now for Ian Elkins shortly after this game has gotten even a little more out of hand for the Knights. Owen Diker back in around the boards. Fortin. Oh, Buck was able to lay it to Funky. Funky gains the line. He had it poked away from him by Elkins. Now the Knights truly down to 4D after the makeshift defenseman Maverick Backstrom kicked out of the game. Why not get a few more players and a little bit additional rest? Ernst tried a shot, save made on Ernst. From the far side corner, Svoboda is trying to fish it back out. They work it back loose. Santinello tried to toss it forward. Bibelos got in the way temporarily. Bibelos now with possession of the puck. Couldn't get it back for Dealman. The Warriors have pinched it again. Now it's going to be Dufort moving down the ice. To the opposite side, Santinello does battle with Ali, was Bibelos, and it's going to be tossed back in behind the Calvin net. Now Steven Ickes with possession. Got in the way of that one. Alex Potter, the shot save made by the blocker of Ciso. Now they're going to chip it back forward. A little bit of back and forth, and now Ian Elkins with possession of the puck. Centered now for Ickes. Ickes tried to move it in. Oh, nearly a neat tip in onto the goal, but Barnhill was able to get across and cover. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I was thinking we were going to be shorthanded for a second there. Declan Curtis finally back out of the box for the Knights. Oh yeah, I remember that 10-minute misconduct from way back when. Yeah, he's back now. Man, I was thinking for a moment that the Knights would be missing a few people, but thank goodness we got one back. Oh man, Timothy Washburn now setting up from behind the net. And now Jacob Sieminga trying to generate the turnover. In with Potter, he did the wraparound attempt on Barnhill, save made, and it was dragged right in front of the blue paint, wouldn't go. Now around the back of the net, Potter going to move it across the boards. Matej Krasny. Now with possession, he got twisted down to the ice, and now Vesperini tried one, save made by Barnhill. Why not? Was that Lou Vesperini getting a shot at defense? Well, they got to find someone because they're running out of bodies. Plummer with the cross-ice pass. That one's going to be settled by Ciso and played around the other way. That one played right back up into the protective netting. On the ensuing draw, the Knights are going to storm onto the puck. Toss forward for Stempel. It's going to be wiped away from him. Plummer now got it over for Elkins, who intercepted. Tried a shot, it hit a body in front. Ooh, a pretty heavy hit laid on Campbell as he was going down to the ice, and now back to the neutral zone. Elkins is going to toss it in. Barnhill had to come in and out of the glove. He'll come back and play it back for his defenseman. Toss forward. Oh, Dugan had it come up into his skates in a way he was not anticipating. And now Biblos tries a shot, save made by Barnhill. .6:05 remaining in this game. It's been a war of wills. Indiana Tech leading 5-1. They center it back into the slot. Picked up Vesperini, dancing around the edge. Oh, he was able to lay a reverse hit too. Lou Vesperini, noted defenseman. Now getting in some reps alongside Owen Diker. To the opposite side for Vesperini. Picked up off of him by Biblos. And now Vesperini in possession again. He's going to work it out to the far side corner. Austin Buck. For Potter, now Nikiforuk. Vesperini kept it in for a moment, and now it's Malik Ali. Ali moves all the way in. Oh, he got it to the back door, but no Warriors present. In possession now is Diker. Diker gained the line. Left back for Petrella. Shot, save, made, rebound. Another one from Barnhill, and the arm is up. We ain't done with the penalties yet. Malik Ali is going to be the guilty party for the Indiana Tech Warriors. And the Knights with an opportunity to pull this game to the score that it was yesterday. Knights win the face-off. Van Dusen over to Elkins, opposite side. Oh, they almost had Siebenga, but it was a little wide. Now Petrella. Petrella out for Elkins. Never mind, it's turned over now. Van Dusen, as they were trying to clear. Petrella, now Siebenga. Over to the point for Van Dusen. Now Elkins. Elkins left it for Van Dusen. Over to Siebenga. Oh, big shot block there from Aiden Dufort. And as he tried to force it around, it went up and out of play. Knights win the draw again. Elkins over for Van Dusen, and now Elkins again. Gonna pass it around. Siebenga centered. Oh, they couldn't quite find Schenkel, and now Elkins with possession. In front of the Indiana Tech bench, plenty of shoving going on. Now Petrella moves in, shot save made by Barnhill. .65 seconds remaining on the power play for the Knights. However, this game is not looking to come to the conclusion that Knights Nation may have wanted. Although in terms of the old style rough and tumble stuff, this number 8 and number 9 doubleheader has been everything we may have wanted. Just in terms of the rough stuff, I should say. Knights got it back out to the point for Riordan. Riordan for Diker, had it skip away from him. Couldn't hold the line. He's gonna go for a skate. Over for Vesperini. Now Elkins tries a shot, save made by Barnhill. It was a pretty good one. A pretty good shot, I should say, and Barnhill was able to get his glove up in time. .33 seconds of power play time remaining for the Knights. Ickes getting that stick active before the play, as he is known to do. Now Diker plays it back around for Vesperini. Ed Riordan from the far side boards tried to center it, and they got to work it back out loose. So they wanted a shot on, and the hand pass is going to be ruled. Faceoff comes back out. Knights get the puck loose. Josh Ernst, so mishandled it. Left it for Vesperini. Stick slapping every which way. Eventually it's going to escape the blue line. Owen Diker gained the line the other way, but immediately had it smacked back. Lou Vesperini, noted defenseman, able to toss it back out for Ickes. Stephen Ickes on the right wing side. Couldn't stick handle through Washburn. Stephen Ickes with a lot of stick handling that hasn't gone the way he would have wanted in this matchup. Bibelos back around the boards. It's going to be picked up by Potter. Tossed forward for Best. Bibelos with possession. He's going to force it back into the Indiana Tech end of the ice. Dugan again. Poke check by Ickes, but now it's going to be Alex Arnold. Alex Arnold now in the offensive zone. Tried to chip it past Ciso, but it went up off the glass instead. Dufort's shot, and he wanted a deflection, but it found a bunch of bodies instead. Centered back out front, Ciso settled it. And now centered in front again, and Ian Elkins with possession, able to skate away from Plummer. Offside ruled. Joel Dieleman got to find himself in penalty trouble. He goes to the sin bin, but the face-off still out of the zone. Van Duzen. Now possessed by Vesperini. Passed forward, and it's going to be a bit of a jar for Svoboda. Vesperini generated the turnover. It's 5-on-5. The penalty time is up on the clock. I was trying to decipher that, and I really don't know what's happening. Oh, a big hit on Funky behind the play. The bucket went flying. .7 remaining, and it looks like we're going to get some more conversations going on. Connor Funky receiving a pretty big hit after the play there. The clock is readjusted to 1 minute. Now Diker plays it back out of the zone. 50 seconds remaining. Potter D to D with Campbell. Krasny couldn't drag it to himself. Passed. Now Vesperini's going to glove it out of the air. Krasny in possession. Storms the line. Tried to center it out front, 30 seconds remaining. And the Indiana Tech Warriors are going to storm into Eagles Ice Center for 2 straight away games against York Calvin University Knights and win convincingly both times. Number 9 in the nation beating number 8 twice in a row. Gaining the line the other way, he left it for Ickes. Ickes couldn't pull the shot away. Couldn't get it to Ernst on the opposite end. And that'll do it. So Indiana Tech showing just what it means to be in the elite portions of the ACHA Division I.
Now what am I going to do for the rest of the week?
And they storm into Eagles Ice Center, win a couple straight, this one 5-1. Still can't be stated enough how many strides this Calvin University program has made this year, only suffering their first 2 losses of the season in early December. And after all of that animosity, we're gonna have the handshake line. That's hockey, baby. I'm sure if this exact scenario had happened like 30 minutes ago, they probably would be doing something different with each other's hands other than shaking them. But it's the sportsmanship that wins out in the end. Well done by Indiana Tech coming in and defeating the Knights a couple of times in a row. no doubt going to move up in the rankings. Calvin going to suffer their first significant dip of the season. Still probably going to be in very good contention for going to nationals, but a couple of things to figure out for the Knights. The final score again, Indiana Tech 5, Calvin 1. For everybody tuning in, whether you're a member of Knights Nation or an Indiana Tech fan, we appreciate your support. Thank you on behalf of the Calvin University Hockey Clubs. Thank you very much. From Susie Galehode on the music, Ryan Bowner, your PA announcer, Brandon Bruchart, behind the camera. I've been Scott Cooper, your play-by-play analyst. Thank you very much, and we hope that you continue to watch this Calvin Knights YouTube channel as the D3 Knights are about to take on Ferris State at 7:30. We hope to see you there. Otherwise, we'll sign off and bid you a happy and blessed weekend.